Hold on, man. Mm. Okay, Rabotai, you know, there is a unbelievable Or Haim Kadosh in this week's parasha that is giving us a very strong Musar scale, especially for this time of the year. The Haim Kadosh had a question. He said, how it's possible that a Dor De'ah, a whole generation that saw miracles constantly every single day, that saw the Anan Kavod going with them, the man every day to their doors, that they were learning Torah from day to night. Chazal is saying that one of the reasons why the Meraglim didn't want to go to the land of Israel was because they didn't want it to stop learning. So a Dor De'ah, a generation like the generation of the Midbar, how it's possible that they did such a terrible, terrible avon with Bnot Moab? Yesterday we asked a little bit that question, right? That Am Yisrael, they did so badly. The Torah says they got stick to the worst Avodah Zarah possible, Baal Peor. It's actually written, somebody told me this yesterday, it's written that Am Yisrael, they were eating the man. When a person was eating the man, there was no need of going to the restroom, right? Baal Peor, the only way is by going to the restroom. That was the Avodah Zarah. There was no sacrifice by the Baal Peor. By the Baal Peor, the Avodah Zarah of Baal Peor was just doing, the needs in that Avodah Zarah. So if Ami said they only ate man, so they had no needs. How did they get to worship Baal Peor? So that's why in the Midrash says that the Bnot Moab, they were telling them to come in, right? Better price for the clothing, and they were offering them food and drink. And that food and drinks affected them to have needs and to do the Avodah Zarah. But again, the question is, how such a huge generation of people that are in levels that we cannot even imagine, how they did such a terrible sin? And the Or Haim Kadosh says something unbelievable. The Or Haim Kadosh says, is medayek from the pasuk, and he says the reason why Am Yisrael made the sin was because Yatz'u letayel. What's Yatz'u letayel? They went out there to have some vacation. They were a little bit relaxed. There was a marketplace. Let's go a little bit. Let's know a little bit what's around us. Chazal is saying the sin was that at the moment that there is tiul, at the moment that a person goes out for vacation, the Yetzer Hara becomes much easier. And what a person got himself throughout the whole year in the routine, he can lose it in seconds in a moment of vacation. And that's not me saying it, Dora Haim HaKadosh writing it. And it says, that mentality of not being extremely careful, more than the whole entire year, throughout the moments of vacation, was what caused that slowly, unfortunately, they went down until they did the terrible avon of Avodah Zarah. And I think, Rabotai, that we all know that this is reality, especially now this time of the year. We have summer and people are having off, and especially if you're not taking off, you will have to take off because of your kids, right? So you go out for vacation, you gotta be extremely careful. According to halakha, there is a question if a person is allowed to go for vacation to a place where there is no minyan. Have you heard that question before? Are you allowed to go to a place for vacation and there is no minyan? Mutar or asur? So the halakha says like this. Be'emet, the poskim are writing down that it's not proper to go. There is a Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. He says the word, the lashon eno ra'ui. He says it's not proper to go to a place when there is no minyan. And one of his students, I'm being a little bit tough, but I have to say whatever it's written. One of the students of Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, I think it was Rav Nechemia Goldberg. He said that even though Rav Shlomo Zalman said the words ra'ui, it's good to, right? He says after 120, a person is going to go up. He's going to pull up his hair, okay, by missing the mitzvah, by seeing how much he lost, but not praying with the minyan. So of course, there are certain situations. That's the halakha. The halakha says, for example, for a mitzvah, a person goes to places, even though there is no minyan, right? For mitzvah, or for refuah bar minan, a person doesn't do these type of calculations. But when it comes to your own personal pleasures and enjoyments and vacations, you have to know we are Jews 24/7. We're Jews during our routine. We're Jews in our business. We are Jews also in our vacation. And guess what? I want to tell you a chidush. Yesterday, a bunch of avrechim were sitting with the Rosh Kolel. Now listen, the question that was asked to the Rosh Kolel. Says, Rabbi, what do we do in cases where the wife wants to go badly to a certain place of vacation because of her family, but he knows that that place there is no minyan? Now he wants to be mahmid, like we just said now. The right thing to do is to find a minyan. What should we do in this type of case? So we allowed him to go because of Shalom Bayit, you know that card? No, you don't know. Yeah, there is something called Shalom Bayit. Everybody uses it. Rabbi, I tell him, why are you not coming to learn? Rabbi, Shalom Bayit. Why are you not coming to pray? Rabbi, Shalom Bayit. Why are you not putting tefillin? Shalom Bayit. Halul Shabbat also. So the halakha says, Shalom Bayit, it's not a fast pass. No, but there are certain cases that you may ask yourself, what's better? Are you supposed to cancel minyan for this type of situation of Shalom Bayit or not? Listen what the Rosh Kolel said. He said, actually it depends a lot on the person himself. If you're a guy that during the year, you're makpid on a minyan. You don't play around. You don't mess up. Then there is a point of a question. But he says, if during the year, okay, your wife knows exactly the Shacharit on Shabbat starts at 9 o'clock, and you're waking up at 9:30, 9:40. So, Habibi, for you, minyan, it's not a Kodesh Kodeshim. And if your wife knows that whenever you come back at home at night, you feel a little bit tired, okay, you say, you know what, today I'm going to pray Arvit in my house. Don't become now tzaddik when it comes to these type of situations. You want to show what's the proper example, you should give the proper example 24/7. People are looking at you. If it is your wife, if it is your kids, if it is the family members that you have, people that know you, they're looking at you. And if they're looking at you, they're going to look at you, especially in those moments that are more relaxed, those moments that you might allow yourself easier. Those are moments best for you if you're still straight in Avodat Hashem or you close eyes. And that's the moment of vacation. The moment of vacation, it's a moment of test. The moment of test that we should show to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we're with you, even when right now I have no routine. Just want to finish with this. I had, when I was in yeshiva, I still remember my first Shabbat in yeshiva in Israel. Rosh Chodesh Elul. Shabbat after Rosh Chodesh Elul. And there was one of the boys, very matmeet boy. He said, I have a question. I don't get it. Borei Olam wants us to start right away Elul, and he gave us 3 weeks of vacation. I mean, it's a dramatic change. You're going from one extreme to another, right? You should be like, you're learning normal, and then you're getting say Elul, more strength. But going from 100% vacation to 100% all what you have for getting ready for the Hagim, it's tough. And then he said, but the truth is, it's incorrect. Why? Because the proper way for us to know how we are the whole year is in vacation. Is the way how you act in vacation. If the way how you act in vacation, it's a way that you're makpid on minyanim, makpid on your time of learning, you don't miss up daf yomi or whatever learning you have, and you're sticking in your avodat Hashem, you're showing to Hakadosh Baruch Hu that all what he did throughout the year, it's emet. So I think if we take that Musar Eskel for us, what the Devora HaKadosh taught us, and B'ezrat Hashem will do a little bit more of an effort throughout these months, for sure, without any doubt, we will be much more prepared for the holidays, and we should be zocheh B'ezrat Hashem to beracha and tzlacha b'chol ma'aseh yadenu. Amen. רבי יוחנן בן הקדוש אומר, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לצוות את ישראל לפיך